Hello, all you tiny, beautiful people that survived for extended periods trapped in the confines of my computer. My name's Finn, and welcome back to Finn Talks About Spider-Man. I know what you're thinking. Finn, this is the 7th time you've brought Spider-Man to show and tell. And you're wrong. It's the 17th time I brought Spider-Man to show and tell. Look at that little guy. Look at him. So, if you like when I talk about Spider-Man, great. If you don't, I've got bad news. So this video happens next week, a considerably longer video about Spider-Man. So please be open to that. Please, I need the watch time. Please. So today, because I don't have the energy needed to express what I want for my Spider-Man pitch and everything, because it's no longer the thing where I'm going to sit down and be like, here's my ideas for movies. Bye. It's going to be really in-depth of me being like, okay, so this scene happens, and then this scene happens, and then this scene happens, where this thing happens, and it leads to this thing, and so on and so forth. Those are looking closer to being 30 minutes each, maybe longer, depends on how long I rant. Those could be 30, 40, 50 minutes, maybe an hour and a half, who knows? The cat's destroying the Xbox. So the videos will be longer and all about Spider-Man. But this week, I'm a little bit lower energy because I've been working alone for a bit. So I'm a little out of the... boo. I don't know if that's mirrored. Boo. But due to that, I just want to sit and talk about my relationship with the character and its media, and about how much it means to me, and why this little fucker is my favorite character in all of fiction. Spider-Man is my favorite. There's this thing that I was talking to Amidon about, where I say that my brain, it always goes one of 4 places. It goes to comic books, it goes to YouTube, it goes to wrestling, and it goes to a me win joke. And that's kind of like the infinite refresh, as it just goes to those 4. But I've been thinking about it, and Spider-Man is a part of comic books, yes, but he's like a whole chunk of that. It's much more of like 25, 25. Like, it's Spider-Man, 25% is superheroes as a whole, like comic books. 25% is wrestling. And then, like, 15% YouTube. And that still leaves us with a little bit. And I would say, like, 10% of it's a me win. And then the rest of it's fucking Spider-Man. My relationship with this character is older than my memories. I have been ingesting Spider-Man media since before I can remember anything. I had the Sam Raimi trilogy on DVD and VHS, both of which I broke because I used so much. I watched the fuck out of those movies. I forced my mother, poor woman, to view those movies about 683 times. The spectacular Spider-Man TV show, which is my favorite, second favorite rendition of the character outside of comics. Probably forced her to watch that a few hundred times. I didn't have the full show, and I didn't have a way to watch it as it was airing or anything. What I had was, I don't remember which volume it was. I had a volume of the show. It was the one with Spectacular Spider-Man. Let's go to shopping and see what I can find. Was not the complete series. There's a chance I buy that, but that's not what I'm here for. Spectacular Spider-Man volume, was it 1? I don't think it was 1, because 1 has Lizard on the front. It was not 1. Was it volume 2? It was volume 2. I specifically remember because Shocker became one of my favorite characters from that show, and that's why I love Shocker so much. But I only had the volume 2 of that, so however many episodes are in volume 2, I watched about 100 times and forced my mother to watch about 100 times. Spider-Man's my favorite. So I broke those VHS tapes. I broke those DVDs because I watched them so goddamn much. The first real book that I read was the novelization of the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I had that book until I moved this last time. Not this last time. Until I moved in, like, February. Then I lost it. But I've had that book for a long time. When the Amazing Spider-Man movies came out, I watched the shit out of them. I didn't like the second one, which is weird, because it was the first time that I disliked a Spider-Man thing, ever. Because I remember, like, even the dog shit that today I look at and go, that's bad. Fuck that. At that point, like, I was still like, yeah, Spider-Man! And then I watched TASM 2 and was sad. I watched the 90s cartoon. I watched the 60s cartoon. I watched the weird, not really 3D, but not 2D MTV Spider-Man with a great Spider-Man voice, by the way. I played the PS1 Spider-Man game. I played the PS1 Spider-Man game 2. In Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I would only play as Spider-Man. I played Web of Shadows. That game's fun. I played Edge of Time, which was pretty cool. I played the first TASM game. I played the second TASM game. I played all 3 Raimi games. I played the fuck out of Shattered Dimensions. Shattered Dimensions kind of shaped my views on a lot of Spider-Man villains. Because, like, Hammerhead is in Spectacular. So I had already seen him whenever I played that game. Like, I'd already seen Hammerhead. That he's dripped out of his fucking mind in Spectacular, by the way. But I hadn't, like, developed a relationship with that character. And then I played that game, and Hammerhead's awesome. So, like, it shaped my relationship with Hammerhead. It shaped a lot of my relationship with the Vulture as, like, viewing him as more of a scary thing and more of, like, kind of body horror instead of guy with suit. That game shaped my love for Kraven. Dear fuck, that game has such a fun Kraven. Not nearly as, like, threatening a Kraven as, like, Insomniac. Insomniac's Kraven is the best Kraven ever. But, like, that game has a really good Kraven. And then that game is Mysterio, dude. That's the reason I love Mysterio so much. Mysterio is... Like, when it comes to me ranking Spider-Man villains, it's like... Goblin and Ock are number 1. Like, they're fighting for number 1 infinitely. Because their relationship with Peter is so interesting in both sides. And I think... If I had to point at one specific Spider-Man villain in anything and be like, that's the one, it's definitely Insomniac's Doc Ock. Because there's so much of a relationship there. But, like, Mysterio's probably my second favorite. Like, other than those two, it's like Ock and Goblin fight. And then whoever wins gets first, whoever loses gets second. And then it's Mysterio. And then I would say probably Scorpion. Then Kraven, then Shocker. I love the Shocker. If you don't like Shocker, fuck you. But that game, like, built a lot of my relationships with the villains. Like, because I had seen cartoon renditions of a lot of the characters, but I hadn't seen a more made for teens, I guess, like, version of a lot of these characters. And having that version of Kraven, love him. Having that version of Sandman, love him. Having that version of Rhino. Rhino's not in that game. I meant Juggernaut. I don't know why I said Rhino. Also, Juggernaut typically isn't a Spider-Man villain, but it's fine. That game built a lot of my relationship with the villains. It was also my introduction to Deadpool. Because, I mean, I had seen X-Men Origins Wolverine, where they make Deadpool not able to talk. Fuck. But, like, I hadn't experienced Deadpool proper. I had read, I think, one Deadpool comic. Or I don't even think it was actually his comic. I think it was, like, an X-Force comic that he was in, or something like that. I don't think it was a Deadpool comic. But, like, my first real experience with Deadpool was that game. That also introduced me to, like, certain, like, voice actors and stuff that were pretty cool. That game's Mysterio is perfect. Genuinely amazing. That was my introduction to Spider-Man 2099, and now Miguel is like up there. He's not my favorite Spider-Man. That'd be Peter. He's not my second favorite, because that'd be Hobie. He's not my third, because that's Miles. He's not my fourth, because that's Gwen. Fuck, he's not my fifth either, because Noir. Nah, Noir counts as Peter. Miguel's my fifth favorite Spider-Man. It was my introduction to Spider-Man Noir, who is my, like, dude, that's my shit. The Noir show that they're making, I'm so excited for. I'm so fucking excited. When Insomniac PS4 Spider-Man came out, I used that Noir suit forever, because I love the Noir suit, and I love the Noir, like, universe, and, like, everything built with it. That suit's not very good in that game, but I used it anyway, because I really like Spider-Man Noir. I have probably, if I had to like, give it a guess, I've probably completed front to back Spider-Man coloring books 86 times. And I have one right here I'm working on. I don't have many things in it, but I'm working on it. It's not very good. There's not a whole lot of good art in here. And also, I'm not an artist. So, like, that's about all I've got currently. This is one of those ones that has, like, puzzles and shit in it, too, which I'm not too... Ooh, that'd be fun. That one's got Peter, Miles, and Miguel. That'd be neat. But, like, I've probably done 80 of these front to back, and I will probably do 60 more. When it comes to video games, dude... You know how often I make Spider-Man shit in video games? Like Minecraft? You know how many times I've made like a big Spider-Man in Minecraft? You know how many hours Lego Marvel Superheroes, right? The video game? You know how many hours I have of just this dude? Only him? Probably 160. I love this dude. This is my fucking guy. MCU habits. Homecoming's a really good movie. I don't like Iron Man Jr. I really don't like that, and that's kind of like the big thing that the MCU does. However, I like Tom Holland. I think Tom is the best actor that we've had for Peter, probably. Not ever. Josh Keaton was better. Yuri Lowenthal is better. However, if you take Yuri Lowenthal and Josh Keaton and you move them out of the way, Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man. He's so good. And he's so good with, like, his like, face-only acting. Like, you don't need words. And he's also really good at the words-only acting, no needing a face, which is perfect because he's Spider-Man, where you don't show your face. Let him wear a mask, damn you. But I love Tom. I love him as Spider-Man. He's so fucking good. Also, Spider-Man not being super tall, I enjoy. Because, A, I'm not tall, so relating to him is easier whenever he's short. But also, like, I don't know, the idea of him being, like, a tiny little nerd, it's like, to me, it makes no sense if he's a tiny little nerd and 6'3", 280 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that adds up. I understand, like, oh, he gets, like, a little bit of a growth from the spider bite, and, like, he gets a little bit bigger and stuff. Like in Spider-Verse, Miles gets, like, a little taller, but he's not 6'5". How tall is he in Spider-Verse? I don't like getting my numbers wrong. And I'm not going to pause or edit this video, because it's just me existing. How tall is Spider-Verse Miles Morales? 5'8". Yeah, so after his, like, big growth, he's still, like, 5'8". I like Spider-Man not being huge, because I don't know, the idea of him being the regular, everyday guy, and then him being 7 foot tall, or 260 pounds, to me makes no sense. That's where you get this guy, you make him that big, ooh, scary Venom. And also, I don't hate other Spider people being that big. Like Miguel being huge in Spider-Verse. I like it. I like it very much. But I think Peter and Miles shouldn't be very tall. Peter, as an adult, can be like 5'10", 5'11", or whatever, but as a teenager, he should not be fucking 6 foot tall. But I like him in Miles not being huge. I think Miguel being huge is good. I think Spider-Man Noir should be really tall, but not super big. Great Depression, he don't have food. But, like, I love Tom. He's so good. His villains have been... Well, his villains have been really good. They're just not his. Like, Keaton Vulture's really fun. Gyllenhaal Mysterio, really fun. Willem Dafoe's Osborn, maybe best comic book villain on screen ever. So good. Alfred Molina, so good. Too bad. too bad they not his. Hopefully Michael Mando can have a stellar Scorpion performance. That's what I really want. Lizard. But, like, I love Tom. My relationship with Tom Spider-Man is a very mixed one, because I love his acting. I love his Peter. I love his relationships. I love his ability to act with the mask on and without. But, man, those villains aren't his, huh? Fuck, and if the next movie's Kingpin, the villains are still not his. Fuck, man. Let me have Scorpion, damn you, please. Please. So, you know, I'm really optimistic about Brand New Day, though. I'm so excited for that movie. So excited for that movie. Spider-Verse is so good. Spider-Verse is so good. Into the Spider-Verse is a great movie. Great movie. Point blank. No ifs, ands, or buts. Great movie. Across the Spider-Verse. That's a fucking movie. Because Into the Spider-Verse is good, right? I would... Genuinely, that's a 5-star movie. I think that's like a 96 out of 100. That's like a perfect film. But I like Across the Spider-Verse more, man. It's so good. So good. Fuck, it's so good. The movie gives me a headache. It's so good. Like, I think about that movie, and, like, I physically... Like, I start to get a headache because I'm thinking about so much at once. Like, my head starts to hurt. That might just be the autism. But I love Across the Spider-Verse. It's so good. I'm so excited for Beyond. I want Beyond so bad. That movie, dude, best Hobie? I think Across the Spider-Verse has the single best Hobie Brown ever. Second best Miles. Into the Spider-Verse had better Miles stuff. Hopefully Miles gets more in Beyond. Great Peter, by the way. Across the Spider-Verse, him with Mayday. Great shit. Miguel, super... Listen, Miguel's great. I love him. Great antagonist, super fun, great voice acting, great look. It's not Miguel. The idea that fucking Miguel O'Hara, like, the guy whose entire being is, like, going against a massive corporation, the idea of him being what he is in that movie, however, it's really good, and I can let that go, because it's so fucking good. Dude, the Ben Reilly in that is so fucking funny, dude. I love that movie. That movie's so good. Please, Sony Animation, please, let me have it. Let me have Beyond. Sony, if you're seeing this, if one random person from Sony is out there, let me see the movie. Hand it over. I won't tell nobody. Nobody will hear a word. I'll post an hour-long video of me going. And that being it. That'll be my reaction. Let me see the movie. Let me see the fucking movie. My favorite video game of all time is Spider-Man PS4. I like Spider-Man. My favorite film of all time? Actually, it's probably not Spider-Man. What is my favorite movie? I don't know my favorite movie. Probably Spider-Man 2. My favorite movie is actually probably Spider-Man 2. That might be my favorite movie ever. But like my top 5 movies, there's at least Across the Spider-Verse is in there, Spider-Man 2's in there. Funnily enough, I have like crazy nostalgia for Spider-Man 3. So 2, 3, and Across the Spider-Verse are all in my top 5 movies ever. I like Spider-Man. Favorite game of all time? Spider-Man. Favorite comic run of all time? Ultimate Spider-Man. Favorite movie? Spider-Man 2. Favorite game? PS4 Spider-Man. Favorite comic? Spider-Man Ultimate Mode. Dude, I love Spider-Man. Favorite little stupid fucking dumb little bitch ass Lego guy? Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man so goddamn much. I need a Spider-Man tattoo. Really badly, actually. Like, I genuinely think about that so often. Currently, see if I can pull it up on my Amazon. I have a giant Ultimate Spider-Man being sent to me currently. I'm waiting on it to send. I'm waiting on it to come to me, Walter. Walter. I'm waiting to get my book, Walter. Walter. I'm trying to get this book right here, Walter. So I'm waiting on that. I'm also getting all new Wolverine. But it's not the same because it's not the same. But you know, I like Spider-Man. How do you have proof that I like Spider-Man? There's like 14 videos on this channel already of me talking about Spider-Man. You know what I'm recording next Friday? A video about Spider-Man. You know what I'm recording 11 more of? That pitch about Spider-Man. Fuck. I like Spider-Man. Lizard. So, you know, I like Spider-Man. I drew Spider-Man and Mysterio in that little book in front of me, but I'm embarrassed about my inability to can when it comes to art, so I'm not going to be showing that. For now, I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to say that I appreciate you guys. I love you. And if you want to hear me rant about Spider-Man more, tune in next week when I sit down and talk about a pitch for Spider-Man for like 20, 30, 50 minutes. We'll see how long that ends up being. Yeah, so there's that. I don't have too much else to say. Thank you guys so much for your time and your effort and your support. I love you all. You mean the world to me, and I cannot wait to make you more stuff next week. Stay safe. Be clean. Wash your ash. Bye-bye. Bye.